Um, Greetings, everyone. My name is Mr. J, and due to popular demand, we are making this DIY video to help with arriving at the overall best students in various subjects in various classes as we move towards the 25th speech and prize and graduation ceremony. And this video is based on best practice. So we have sent this message to you earlier. This is WhatsApp, staff WhatsApp platform. If you click on the document, you have that message there like that. Yeah. We remember seeing this message, dates and all. Now my focus is at the table at the bottom of this message. Okay. Student's name, term 1, that's autumn term, term 2, spring term, and then summer term, cumulative average, and then position. Okay. This table will use 3 names. We expect that you would use all the students so that nobody is not considered by mistake. All right, so let's leave here that table. There are many ways to arrive at it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go to slate.ng now. Slate.ng. Yes. So if you are there on your account, every teacher has this account. Learning, you click on learning there. Once you click on learning, you move to the left of your screen. When you move, it's going to pop up. You go down all the way to reports. See reports there. You click on reports. All right. These 2 icons pop up. You click on subject performance report. Subject performance report. You click on it. All right. Then you fill this out. For academic year is 2025, 2026. Grade level. Let me pick, what class should I pick? Let me pick one of the largest classes that we have. Let me pick year 8, for example. Okay. Let me pick year 3, very large. Okay. Subjects, you click on it. Let me pick a subject that everybody does. English studies, year 3, and then report card template, I click on it. Because it's primary school, I will select 2025-26 CA charts. Okay. Even those in secondary, that's what you will click. This senior secondary chart is only for year 9 and year 12. It's mock. All right. Those that are picking for year 9 and year 12, you pick this. But early years pick this, while primary and secondary other classes will pick this. Year 7, 8, 10, 11, and then year 1 to year 6. 2025, 2026 CA chart, you click on it. Show me, you can see that. Next, I'm going to pick the template columns. I will look for term 2 total. That's what we have currently at the bottom there. Scroll down, term 2 total, you click on it. And then reports, I'll be clicking, it's primary school, right? Year 3. So primary term 2. If it was secondary school, you pick secondary school, secondary term 2, end of term. Do you understand? Term 2, like that. So I pick that, primary term 2, click on it, and I click generate. All right, and I wait for a second or so. That's it generating there. It has, depending on the laptop you're using, it may generate into your download folder. Anyways, you click on it. Some of you, it will generate with a zip folder. You open the zip and then you click on extract from zip. You should have it, okay? So I double click on what I just generated now. That's it popping up there, small. All right, okay, you see what I have. I pull it out, open it up, so I'm opening it up. Okay, I don't need gender for this purpose. So I click on B exactly, then it highlights all the way down. I hold my control key while I click on A so that both of them are highlighted. I also don't need the class name. I know it's year 3 already. I click on that, so I have 3 of them. Then I right click and I click on delete. All 3 columns deleted. So I have only term 2 total. I also need term 1. So I'm going to click on B and then insert column. I'm going to insert the column. Column appears on my left. Term 2, this will be term 3. So term 1 is autumn term total. This is term 2 is spring term total. Term 3 is summer term total. And then here we have net total. All right. Okay, I want to open this up, click outside, so it gives me that, open it up. And then here is cumulative average. That means this totals of terms 1, 2, and 3 divided by 3, cumulative average, or terms 2 and 3 divided by 3 for those that join us in term 2, okay? Anybody that join us in term 3 is not eligible. And then here we have position in the subject, or if you like, ranking. All right, see what I'm doing? So, I'm working with year 3, and this is English language. So I'll go to the bottom there where I have sheet 1. I'll right click against it. Then there is rename. I'm going to call that English. Okay. And I click on enter so that the name solidifies. Just so that I capture all the names. Okay. Now, I'm going to copy all of this and open my live Excel because it's going to be better to work there. So see what I did now? I've copied all of this, right? I'm going to go to my drive, go to your inbox. We'll go to drive the other day. Click on, when you're in your inbox, your email inbox, the icon up there, Google Apps, you click on it, see your drive. You click on your drive is popping up. Then there is new at the top left there. I click on new, and then I go to Google Sheets. I slide all the way to the right and I go into blank spreadsheet and I click on it. All right. That thing I copied, now I can paste, Control V. Okay. It has appeared. Sorry. Control V. All right. So I'm going to adjust this. What was the sheet name that time? English, right? So I'm going to come down here again at sheet 1. Right click on rename, and then click on English. All right. Open it up so that I'm seeing everything. I'll close this page here. Cumulative. Okay, yeah, see that? So I want all the scores. All the scores. No. So I click on that and then I hold it. I click on that and hold the control key. Click on C, hold the control key. Click on D, click on E all the time, holding the control key. So I have all of those columns highlighted. Then I click on centralize so that any score I enter will be in the center, okay? Not at the on the right or on the left. All right, so now for English, what class is this? Remember this class was what was year 3, right? So I'll say year 3. Now imagine that I'm a teacher in year 3. I'll say Mr. J, year 3 broadsheets. My bad. Okay. I click on enter. See the name up there. I'm changing the name up there. I click on enter. I've changed the name. So I have the scores for term 2 live from slate.ng. At the end of term 3, when the results are in, I also pick the scores for term 3 again and insert them here. Now the autumn score, that's the first term score, I will get them from Click It. At this point, I'll go and speak with Miss Rose Colette, who is my head of section. If I'm in secondary, I will speak with Mr. Francis. If I'm in LAS, I'll speak with Miss Fidelia and I'll get the scores for each of these students. If a student was not here in first term, I'll leave it blank. Okay. Well, we have net total. I'm going to click on the first entry just under net total equal. I'm going to be saying this column, that is B2, this row rather, plus this entry and then plus. To achieve plus, then I click on enter. See that? Then I'll go, and when this sign turns to a plus sign, I'll drag the formula down to the last child. Okay. For cumulative average, I'm setting up the form now. I'm going to find the average of these 3 columns, this column, this column, and this column. So the total divided by 3. Or we can simply say net total divided by 3, but it's risky to put net total because the net total may be a net total of only 2 terms if a student joined us in term 2. So it's better you do the terms 1, 2, and 3 so that the formula will now avoid entering a particular column if it is a 0 or a non-entry. So this is equal to average, open a bracket, and I drag this across, close the bracket, and I enter. Okay. I drag the formula down again. Now I want to see if this is right. Now imagine that Sanusi Abbas has 100 in term 1. I'm entering that. And then in term 2, he has 100 again. Look at the average. Look at the net total. It's 291 from a possible 300. And the average is 97. Okay. Now, if I take out first term score, you see the average has adjusted to what? To 95. Because now it is looking at 91 plus 100 divided by 2. All right. So if you have only 2 entries, it will divide by 2 automatically based on the formulas you've entered. Next, I want to rank it. All right. I want to rank all of these scores here. Who is first? Who is second? I can easily see that. Okay. So I want to rank it. Sorry, let me just connect to the internet. Just a minute. We have power outage, so internet is gone. Like subsidy was gone. All right. Okay. So let me change my internet source so I can continue because I'm working live online. Come on, come on, come on. So sorry for this break. All right. Okay, yes. I think we're connected. Now, I want to enter a formula here that will rank this course from F2 all the way to F21. Okay. If I'm not sure the formula, I can copy that column. Okay. F2 to F21. I want to enter a formula in G. I'll go to my ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how you can work with this. My ChatGPT is open here. New charts. All right. I have entries in column F. F2 to what? F21, right? I want to rank the entries in column G2. That's the first column under G. That's what we have the ranking. G2, just G2 is fine. Okay, I paste those numbers I copy, and at the bottom I said, please show me how, and then I click on enter. Since I'm using Google Sheets, here's the easiest way. You see the formula it has picked for me. It has written the formula and it's saying I should copy it. Okay, that I should copy this and use. So I'm going to copy that, and let's go and see if it works. So we're back here. Here now we'll put equal sign and we enter. Notice there are 2 equal signs. So I remove one of the equal signs and I click on enter. Okay. So it's saying that the first entry is first. Is that true? 95.5. That looks like that's the highest. We have a 95 here. So we have 2 seconds. Let's drag the formula down. Remember I showed you how to do this. Drag the formula down and let's see. All right. Notice 95 is second, 95 is a third. I'm worried with this. If it's 95 and 95 exactly, okay. Let's see the decimal place. Make it 2 decimal places, and then drag it down. Okay, if it's 95 exactly, why is it giving me that? Okay, I think I'll delete this. Let me see. This count if. So I'm saying rank from F2 to F21. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what happens now. I want a formula that will give me this 95 as supposed to be second and second. Aha, this is, you see now. So you see the second in second, then there won't be a third, there will be fourth because I have a tie at second and second. Okay, so I'm entering my formula, entering all of these things. Now I even want the rankings here, the top 3 to be colored green, right? So I copy, I don't know how to achieve it. I copy that column and I go to ChatGPT again. I want the top 3 to be colored. I want the top 3 scores in the below to be colored. I paste it. Then I type in, please show me how. Make it a bit faster, okay? We can meet up. All right, so to make them top there, see what it's saying. See what it's saying that I should copy this formula. I should click all of these things. So I copy and I go there to solve. Okay, so I highlight only the numbers, just the numbers. All right. I right click and I go to view more cell actions and I click on conditional formatting. Okay, G2 to G21 under format rules where I have is not empty. I click on that and I go all the way down and I click on custom formula is. Then in this space where I have value or formula, I click and I paste that formula I copied. Already it's green, but let me be sure I want a very good green. Let's pick the kind of green. So maybe a darker green. I pick the green. I click on that to pick the color. Then I click on done and I close. You see that now? So the first three are green. It's easy for me to now track who my top 3 students are. Now for this teacher, you have to bring in the 4th person here because you have position 1. These 2 guys are both position 2. And this number 4 is actually position 3 now. Do you understand? Sorry. Oh God. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Okay, remember that I just put these numbers to play with. Now, these numbers came from Slate. I can work with that. Remember that the autumn term column, these values are coming from Slate, from Click It that was used in first term. This is the current score in term 2. I got that from Slate. You remember, you can rewind and go back there. And this will be the values I will get at the end of this term's exam when all the scores are coming. Now, when you have this done for yourself, this is for year 3, right? Every time you enter a score, it's going to be changing. Now, look at this. This guy that is 5th now. Okay, the person that is 1st now, for example, here is I don't know, something is not right. Okay, I get now. We actually have 2 first. All right, and then there's no second, and then we have 2 third. So we have first, we have second. After then the 5th person we brought in now here is a very competitive class. You can see so many ties. 6, there are 3 persons there. It's a very strong class. Okay. Kane, Eze, and Precious Bello as at this time. Okay. Now let's imagine, okay, that Kane Eze scores in this term 3. Let's say he scores 60. Looking at his term 2 score, 60 is almost impossible here. Let's assume that he scores 60. Once I click outside, observe. You see, he has gone back to 16. The green color has moved somewhere else. So your form is live, is living. Now, imagine that I have all entries. Let me enter scores randomly, 60, 89. These are random. I'll delete them, don't worry. 45, 100, 98. Enter scores randomly. 76, 77, 70, 86, whatever, as I'm entering scores, it is changing. Okay, so when I'm done with all the entries, I'll have my top 3 in green. That's the best way to pick your top 3 in the subject. Then you go to that Word document that we shared and you pick out the top 3, enter their score in that space on Word, and then you enter. When we say top 3, you must have 3 names. 3 people can be number 1 because they tie. If 3 are number 1, that means number 1 is 3. Then you look for the next number. That'll be the next person, the next number. I hope we understand. If you're not sure, please talk to your section heads. Talk to me. Okay. Let me remove that so that we don't have issues. These are scores that we just made up now. Our cell is living. Now, I teach English year 3, Mr. J. Imagine that I also teach verbal reasoning year 3, for example. I'm going to come down to English here. I'm done with this English. Then I'm going to right click against English, and I'll click on duplicate. So a copy of English. What do I do next? I right click again and I click on rename. So what's this one now? I said it's verbal reasoning. So I teach English and verbal reasoning. I type the name, I click on enter. All right. What do I need to do now? I need to go to slates.ng, verbal reasoning, get their scores. I believe the names will be arranged like this, but let's be sure. Let's go to Slate and see from Sanusi all the way down to Fudail. So verbal reasoning, where is Slate? Again, Slate is here. We got here now. From your learning on the top right there, you click on it. Then you go all the way to your left. You scroll down to reports. And then you go that way. Subject performance report, you click on it. And then you click the year level is year 3, so working on. Subject, I'll type in verbal. Okay, in year 3, they call it verbal and non-verbal reasoning. Okay, so I check that, I pick that up. Remember that we picked 2025 CHR, this one. And then in the column, we're going toward term 2 total at the bottom there, term 2 total. Yes, you remember that. And then we click on what? It's primary school, primary term 2 EOT. Click on that. If it's secondary, you pick secondary EOT, all right, term 2. And I click on generate. All right. So it's trying to download now, it's generating. Let's wait for it. Okay, that's it there. I click on open. I told you earlier, some of you, it opens to a zip folder. For me, it opens directly here. If it's on a zip folder, you click on zip, open the folder, then click on extract to. It's going to open up an Excel for you. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is my verbal and non-verbal reasoning. You can see the top of the Excel sheet shows it, verbal and non-verbal. And then again, let's see the name so that I want to be sure. The names start from Sanusi Abbas to Zuriel, all the way to Hamzat and Fudail. Let's check, is that what we have? Go back to my, where are you? Okay, this one. Sanusi Abbas to Zuriel, all the way to Hamzat, and so the name is the same. The name is showing Hamzat, non, Ahmed. That came from Slate. I believe that you can raise this issue with admin now so they will fix it. Anyways, I go back to, and I will just copy this course for verbal reasoning, okay? Because it's the same name arrangement. So you look at it, here, this one here, click on it. It's open, then I pick this course from top to bottom like that. Control C copies it. I go back to where I was working. Then I click on the first entry. You know, this course copied from when I was duplicating the English. You remember that, right? So I paste that, see? Now it has moved to the right because a new score coming. I adjust, I go there, and I click the one in the middle, it goes back. You can see the ranking has changed. The first in this verbal and non-verbal reasoning is Angel Nwanne, based on these scores for now. While the second is Kaito, and the second again is Precious. So the fourth person will also join these guys. This one here, that'll be Zuriel, okay? All right, if you go to English, you see it's different. You go to verbal, I can duplicate again and pick another, if I teach more than 2 subjects. Do you understand? This is my sheet. Again, I copy this and put inside the Word document. You know, so I go, that's my Word document. If you don't have it downloaded, you download it. All right, that's my Word document. I download from WhatsApp. I delete all of this right up here. I don't need it. I just leave this one there. Yeah. Okay. So I take that away like that. I leave just this, you know, this bottom is not needed. All right. And I adjust my table. All right. Okay. So see what I want now. I'm going to copy. Let me call this what now? English, right? So I go to my Excel where I've been doing my work. Who's my first person there? Okay, this is for verbal. Be sure where you are. This verbal. I go back to English. It's English I'm doing now. So based on these numbers here, I want to pick the first persons. So that's the name there. I pick it like this. Okay, let me put a score here just let me put 100 for term 1, 100 for this term 3. Okay, 100 and then 100, so that they are still the same. This person that is third here, 100 and then 100. Okay. All right. So I pick first. I highlight like that. Okay, the 2 of them are together. I can highlight 2, but I can do 1 at a time. I copy this. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. We can even do this as a fresh table. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make it 7. So click on any of the boxes and insert a column to my right. All right. What are the headings? What are the headings? Ranking was last. Let's look at the headings so that we'll just copy and paste and it's easy for us. Let's copy these headings from here and edit our Word document. Okay, click on that. So I click just inside there and then paste. Oh, it's not going to work like that. I need to highlight the entire 7 boxes before pasting. Control V. Okay, you see it's working now, right? Okay, beautiful. So let's go back and copy the names now. So I'm going to copy the first two. Since I have first and first together, 2 of them. See, I just highlight both of them and I copy. I go back to my Word document, click on it. I'm going to highlight the first 2 now like that. Highlight, then I paste. You see that? Is that not beautiful? And I go and pick the third person. I highlight, go back to my Word and I need to highlight all of the 7 boxes now. And then I paste. You see that? Now remember that we said the top 3, right? So these are not top. This top 3, I have 2 drafts. So I'm going to click and then insert a row under. You see that? A row below. So that it actually is complete. So I look for the 4th person here now. Who is 4th? 4th is here. That's 4th. So I copy 4th and I go back. Light is back. I go back. I highlight all the 7 and I enter. So for English year 3, as a teacher, I am done. I teach verbal and non-verbal. So I'm going to type that in, verbal and non-verbal reasoning. I'll copy this table here, makes things easy for me. Paste it under, click enter and then paste. Easy to work with. So I'm going to go to my non-verbal sheet. I'm done with all my entries at this point. Do you understand? Based on my non-verbal sheet, who is my first? My first is Angel Nwane. So I'm going to copy Angel Nwane. I'm going to go to my Word document again and I will paste, highlight against the first name and I will paste. See, it has changed now with Angel. I go back, yes, there, and I pick the second person who is Kaito based on these numbers. All right, and then I paste again against the second name. All right, then I go back and pick the third name. Now, in the case of verbal and non-verbal reasoning, okay, I still have a tie. So I need to have a 4th person as well again here because I have second and second here. See that? I go there and I pick. All right. I need the 4th person to make them top 3 persons. I hope you understand what I'm saying by the top 3 now. So look for the 4th person. Wow. Now, so based on these numbers, right? I pick. I go there and then I highlight and then I paste. Okay. So in non-verbal, Angel is first, while Kaito and Precious tie at second, then Zuriel is third. While in English, Kain Eze is first. Kain Eze and Precious tie at first. Kaito is third. If I have another subject, not this. I click just under the table, I type the subject and I do the same thing. And then when I'm done, I will save this and submit this to my session head for approval before it goes to the committee. I hope this is very clear for everyone. Thank you for watching. If you still have questions on how you arrive at this, please feel free. We'll do the same thing when we're doing the overall best in the classes. These are subjects now. I'll do a video on classes as well and share. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye.